Alright, we are 1 day away from the NBA draft. So let me give y'all my picks and predictions in my mock draft for the draft, for the 1 through 14 draft lottery picks in this video. Good YouTube, it's your boy MG Nas, and I'm back again with another video. Today, we got the NBA draft lottery picks. So before we get into this, make sure you hit the like button if you enjoy the content. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Hit the post notification bell so that way you do not miss any videos or live streams that happen in this channel. Let's get right into this video. So we got the NBA draft, but most importantly, what's the most intense picks in the NBA draft, obviously, is the lottery picks. So I'm going to give y'all my mock of all of the lottery picks in this video. So let's start off with the number one pick. You got Minnesota. They select a shooting guard out of Georgia, Mr. Anthony Edwards. They got the point guard and D'Angelo Russell. You got your center and Karl-Anthony Towns. So why not add a shooting guard in the mix right there? Anthony Edwards, I think, will be an immediate impact guy. A little bit of remind me of kind of like James Harden, the way he just pulls up and shoot the ball sometimes. But he's what they call kind of like a fearless shooter. He's not scared to really shoot the ball. And he's a really talented offensive guard who can attack the paint as well. He can score the mid-range when he needs to. So I think this will be a really great investment and a great pick in Anthony Edwards. Number two, the Golden State Warriors select James Wiseman. You got center out of Memphis, one of the best players also in the draft. He had the little legal issues earlier this year at Memphis. But he missed the rest of the season. Obviously, that didn't matter anyways because of COVID hit. But James Wiseman, the Warriors really need a center. You got Steph Clay at the point and shooting guard position. You got Draymond, the power forward. Andrew Wiggins, who can do a reliable service at the small forward position. So you need to fill in that center spot, and why not do it with a guy of James Wiseman's talent? Number three, you got the Hornets selecting LaMelo Ball. Arguably and probably the best playmaker in the NBA draft. I mean, LaMelo Ball, he can just get it done from the offensive side, the defensive side. No matter what, he can get it done. And I really expect him to be an immediate impact with the Hornets because their franchise has been really hard to watch the last few years. So hopefully he can bring some light to the Hornets franchise, and let's see what happens there. Number four, the Chicago Bulls select Deni Avdija, small forward from Israel, all the way from Israel. Now you do have Zach LaVine, you got Kobe White, that solidify your guard position. You got Lauri Markkanen at power forward. You do have Wendell Carter at center. He can get the job done. So why not draft a small forward right here who kind of reminds me of a Luka type guy who can handle the ball, can shoot from all three levels of the floor, from the paint, from the mid-range, from the three. He can do it all on offense, defense when he needs to. The only weird issue he have is his free throw shooting, so that'll be something to look out for. But other than that, man, this is one of the most well-rounded, complete players in the NBA draft, and I think the Bulls should go after him. Number five, the Cleveland Cavaliers select Obi Toppin, power forward from Dayton, one of the most dominant guys in this class. I mean, the Cavs, they do have Kevin Love, but he is getting old, so start building young and build your franchise around a guy like Obi Toppin. I mean, you got Colin Sexton who can get the job done at the point guard position, so you're already young there. Why not get another young guy who I think can make an immediate impact with a team like the Cleveland Cavaliers? So let's see what he does in Cleveland. Number six, the Atlanta Hawks select Onyeka Okongwu, the center from USC. They got Trae Young and John Collins there. Yes, they do have Clint Capella via that trade, but I don't think he'll be there long term. And why not get a long term center now? To go under Clint Capella for a year. To play with John Collins, to play with Trae Young, and kind of start building that young team because the East is getting harder. So you need to start adding some young talent so that way your future can be great and you can be competitive in the Eastern Conference. But number 7, the Detroit Pistons select Isaac Okoro, small forward from Auburn. Now, Isaac Okoro, man, this guy has been really one of the best players. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes top 5. Maybe the Bulls draft him instead of Denny, because this guy is just that good, man. This guy is really dominant. He can play offense. He can play defense. A well-rounded player. And I feel like if the Pistons get him, losing Drummond, they're probably going to lose Christian Wood. They're looking like they might lose also Derrick Rose. So why not get a guy who you can really build around, and I think could be probably the best player in this draft, depending on how he's used over there in Detroit. Number 8, the New York Knicks select Killian Hayes. He's a point guard from France. One of the best point guards in this draft, also, and he can get it done. And you can put a point guard like that next to R.J. Barrett. You can really get some success there in New York. They've been really bad the last 80, 90, 100 million trillion years. Knicks have always been bad. So why not? Why not get a guy who can go next to R.J. Barrett, and you can see if you can build a future around those guys. Number 9, the Washington Wizards selects Patrick Williams, small forward from Florida State. The Wizards, you got John Wall coming back. They seem like they might keep Bradley Beal. They're not going to trade him at the time of this recording. They might, knowing all the trades that have been going on last night, it might be a trade happening. But yeah, man, you got Wall, you got Beal, you got Thomas Bryant, who showed promise in the NBA bubble. So you gotta fill in the small forward position, and why not do that? Put a young guy next to John Wall and Bradley Beal, who can probably be, maybe if his potential is there, can be an immediate impact. So we'll see. Number 10, you got the Phoenix Suns selecting Aaron Nesmith, small forward from Vanderbilt. Now, you just gave away Kelly Oubre in that Chris Paul trade, so why not get Aaron Nesmith, man? He's, like I said, small forward from Vanderbilt. He can solid defender, solid offensive player, and you can put a guy next to Booker, next to CP3 with Ayton, and the Suns team can really be young. They can really be successful. I'd like to see the future of this team, man. So let's see if they make this pick. Number 11, the San Antonio Spurs select Precious Achiuwa, power forward, another guy in this draft from Memphis that are going in the lottery picks. The Spurs, they got a young team and they have an old team. They have a mixture of both. They got old guys like LaMarcus Aldridge and DeMar DeRozan, but they do got some young guys like Lonnie Walker, Derek White, DeJounte Murray. So why not make your team younger? LaMarcus Aldridge won't be there for that much longer, so get a young power forward to go around with guys like DeJounte Murray, who's going to be a future point guard, Derek White, your future shooting guard, your future small forward, and probably Lonnie Walker. Add that power forward right there, and now the Spurs, they might have a playoff team again. And we know they missed the playoffs last year, but they barely missed the playoffs with a very young team. You had a guy like this that can put them in the playoffs. So, let's see what the Spurs do, but I really want them to draft a power forward, and this could be the guy. Number 12, the Sacramento Kings select Tyrese Maxey. He's a shooting guard from Kentucky. Buddy Hield looks like he might be out of there. At this time of this recording, Buddy Hield is still with them, but he looks like he might wants to leave Sacramento, and why not draft a shooting guard if you're going to replace Buddy Hield from Kentucky. Now, I'm not saying that he's going to be good just because he's from Kentucky, but you look at Kentucky's resume, and they have a very great resume in the past. So draft another Kentucky guy, and let's see if he's like the rest of his Kentucky people that have entered the draft. The 13th pick, the New Orleans Pelicans select Devin Vassell, shooting guard out of Florida. The Pelicans, man, you just traded away Drew Holiday now. Now you got Eric Bledsoe. Who are you going to put next to Eric Bledsoe? You can put a guy like Devin Vassell right here. You can continue to build on that young team. You got Zion Williamson there. You got Eric Bledsoe via trade. You got Brandon Ingram there. You can fit him right in and help him grow and help him develop with these guys. And I think if they keep going young and don't sign a lot of free agents and draft young guys like this Pelicans team can be a really scary team in the future. They're going to be an interesting team this year. The New Orleans Pelicans. In the 14th pick, the Boston Celtics select Saddiq Bey, power forward out of Villanova. Now the Celtics, they really need the power forward position and the center position. Jason Tatum, I believe, played a lot of power forward for them. Gordon Hayward at times and I don't think they should play that small ball power forward. I think Daniel Tice is a solid center for them, so they don't have to really go center. But power forward for the Boston Celtics can be key for them. If they want to get over the top, they've been short the last few years, getting eliminated in the Eastern Conference Finals, getting eliminated in the second round. They don't want to do that anymore. They want to get over the top. So add you a power forward right there that can add the depth of that team. And that was today's mock draft lottery, the lottery picks video. So if y'all enjoyed this type of content, make sure y'all hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and comment down below your lottery picks for this year's draft. It's your boy MG Nas. The underrated tour continues, and I'm out. Peace.